That's a Bukowski Underwood Champion with a page from Factotum. And Matt actually played an integral role in the Bukowski performance. I retyped both Post Office, which was his first novel, and Factotum back to back in the parking lot of the downtown LA Terminal Annex Post Office, which is where Bukowski sorted mail for 12 years.
Sure.
He quit, and then he wrote Post Office, so every day for 10 days I paid my parking fee, and I parked a pickup that I had rented in the parking lot there, and I did the typing in the bed of the pickup in July in 95-degree heat.
Can we bring up that photo? Because we have a photo of Tim doing that. You mentioned that Matt was integral to this. Not that one, this one. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so yes, clearly that is Post Office that you have on the table there. And, you know, when I'm imagining you doing this, are there days where, first of all, how many hours do you type at a time to get through one of these books?
So that's varied a little bit depending on how the event is organized.
Right.
Like how long am I giving myself? I mean, there have been a few instances where Matt's taken me to a couple art fairs, and I've performed during the course of the art fair, and those are like 4 or 5 day events, and so I've got to get through a novel in a short period of time. So I've typed 11 or 12 hours a day, 4 or 5 days in a row. This was, I think I set a schedule of about 6 hours a day.
Yep.
I recall, I think I was 10 to 4. Maybe I took a half hour for lunch or whatever. And yeah, I mean, Bukowski is eminently typable, and he's a relatively fast read.
Sure.
That's just his writing style. So that was a great. I had great fun doing that.
Matt, he was mentioning that you were kind of integral to this particular one. What did you suggest the book?
Well,
how did this happen?
Tim was doing these in his studio. He was retyping novels in his studio. In fact, when he typed the book Women by Bukowski, when he retyped the novel, it dawned on me that Tim's studio in Hollywood was actually very close to where Bukowski lived when he was going through the episodes described in the book Women and where he typed Women. And that's when I said, well, if you could do Post Office at the post office. And I thought it was important that instead of him being away from the world making these, actually engaging the location kind of made things come alive. And it's also good for, in a lot of ways, there's a promotional aspect of the fact that it's like, the artist is away in his studio making this thing, as opposed to, well, the artist is in your town. This is about you. And so much of the art world today is an international style that starts to look the same no matter where it comes from, that I felt that these were kind of championing a regionalism in a way, whereas regionalism is probably one of the dirtiest words in the art world today. And yet, and while the type diptychs may have a similarity in appearance, the fact that they were actually made in, they were actually privileging this region, this place that was championed in a book or discussed in a book, or the author is from this area. It really underscores the importance of place as opposed to just the importance of process, which if you're going to hide away and do these things. So, and I think we have other performance artists at the gallery too. So it was certainly within our program, and my areas of expertise to really bring the performance element out, and Tim took to it just immediately.